If you're planning a move to Chattanooga and your search is only focused on the city itself, there is a good chance that your perfect home might not even be on your radar. It's interesting because the Chattanooga area, it doesn't stop at the state line. Within about 20 to 30 minutes, there are cities both in Georgia and Tennessee that feel very different day to day. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 different cities so that you can narrow in on which one might fit your life the best. And by the end, you'll probably rule out at least one of these places and feel really confident about the others. Now, while we do focus on Tennessee today, we're also going to cross into Georgia, which can come with some welcome surprises, especially if you're looking towards retirement. And you'll find out how a small city in Georgia makes Dolly Parton and I basically best friends. I'm Chris Roberts, your Southeast Tennessee relocation realtor, and today I'm walking you through 4 Chattanooga area cities that are totally worth checking out before you lock in your search, because where you land ends up shaping your daily life far more than people think. Now, as we go through these cities, one pattern starts to show up again and again. It usually comes down to a trade-off between convenience and space. And that decision ends up influencing commute times, home prices, how busy life feels, and honestly, just how happy people are after they move. Let's start on the Tennessee side, and then we'll cross into Georgia for that welcome surprise. First up is Harrison, Tennessee, and if I had to personally pick one of these cities from this list to move to, this might be it. The average sales price in Harrison right now at the beginning of 2026 is right about $496,000, and homes here are spending about 70 days on the market. From a convenience standpoint, Harrison is hard to beat. You can hop on Highway 58 and be downtown Chattanooga in 25 minutes, and along that drive, you've got grocery stores, shopping, and some restaurants, and everything that you would need day to day. But here is what really sets Harrison apart. It's the lifestyle. This is a community that absolutely loves the water. You've got Chickamauga Lake right there. Harrison Bay State Park offers over 1,200 acres of waterfront access. So you've got boating, fishing, kayaking, or just sitting by the water with a book. It's all part of your daily life here. Megan's parents lived in Harrison for years before they moved out just a little further away, and they absolutely loved it. The only reason that they left was because they had the opportunity to build a brand new home just up the road. Harrison feels established without feeling stuffy. It's got some great tree-lined streets, a mix of older homes and newer builds, and a strong outdoor focus. If someone tells me that they want the Tennessee lifestyle without feeling like they're giving anything up, Harrison is usually one of the first places that we talk about. You're going to be close to the mountains, super close to the water, and the drive time into Chattanooga is about the same as most other places around the city. Now let's talk about Soddy Daisy. If you've been watching the Chattanooga housing market at all, you've probably noticed this name coming up more and more. Soddy Daisy had the most transactions in our MLS in 2024. That alone tells you that people are paying attention. The average sales price here is around $457,000, and homes are going under contract in about 56 days, which is the fastest pace on the list so far. And Soddy Daisy continues this rural suburb feel that we have going on with Harrison. It's got the things that you need for shopping. It's 30 minutes from downtown Chattanooga, and you're not packed in like sardines. You're not dealing with dense traffic. There is room to breathe. This area sits right at the base of Mowbray Mountain, and people aren't moving here for shopping or nightlife. No, they're moving here for space. Most of what you need day to day is going to be right along Dayton Pike, and so you're still only 20 to 30 minutes from downtown Chattanooga when you want to have a date night at Aaliyah or a Little Coyote. If you're into the outdoors, Big Soddy Creek Gulf is a huge draw with hiking, waterfalls, rugged terrain. It's all right there. And if you've got a rambunctious dog, this is a fantastic place to run off that energy. I've had clients move here and be genuinely surprised by how friendly it is. One client that moved texted me and said, "Holy crap, people actually do wave at you." They weren't kidding. Now, you're not getting a walkable downtown or a polished main street. Instead, you're getting land, lower density, and outdoor access. So if those things matter a little bit more than convenience, Soddy Daisy really delivers a lot. Now, before we cross into Georgia, there's one thing I want to reset because there's a whole lot of advice online that seems to get oversimplified. Yes, Tennessee does not have a state income tax, and that absolutely matters. It's one of the biggest reasons that people start their search on the Tennessee side. Georgia, on the other hand, typically has higher property taxes and a state income tax, so on paper, Tennessee looks like the obvious financial win. But what surprises people is that the gap, it often ends up a lot smaller than they would expect. Georgia home prices are typically lower, and once you factor in purchase price, taxes, and those monthly payments, the difference can be close enough that lifestyle becomes the deciding factor. And for families with kids, school quality is worth weighing alongside those tax savings. That's why I don't tell people to treat Tennessee as the automatic answer or Georgia as the compromise. The two states just structure the costs differently. So with that in mind, let's cross the border on into Georgia. First up in Georgia is Ringgold, and I'll be upfront, I own a home here, so yes, I am a little biased, but there's a reason for that. The average sales price in Ringgold is around $362,000, and homes are moving in about 66 days right here at the beginning of 2026. Compare that to Harrison and Soddy Daisy, that price difference is meaningful. And Ringgold really does give you some room to spread out. Many neighborhoods offer true half-acre lots on older, more established streets. And you've got easy access to I-75, which puts you in downtown Chattanooga in about 20 to 30 minutes. You see the theme here? And what really makes Ringgold stand out is the super cute downtown. There's a creekside walkway, historic buildings, and a lot of character. And a fun fact, this is where Dolly Parton got married. And it's also where my wife Megan and I got married. So that's why we're basically besties with Dolly, you know? And Ringgold has a strong sense of community, solid schools like the Heritage School District, and a slower pace without feeling isolated. If you're comfortable crossing the state line and you've done the math, Ringgold is going to be one of the strongest value plays around Chattanooga right now. And finally, we've got Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia, the most affordable city on this list. The average sales price here is around $291,000. That's a massive difference compared to the Tennessee cities that we just talked about. Homes here are moving in about 73 days, and the area continues to grow, especially along Battlefield Parkway. Fort Oglethorpe is where you'll find Costco, major medical facilities, and ongoing residential and commercial development. And you've got really easy access to the interstate and downtown Chattanooga. Now, one of the more interesting parts about Fort Oglethorpe is the history. The Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Park is right there. Second only to Gettysburg, this was one of the most significant battles of the Civil War, and today it's a massive, peaceful military park that you can walk around and explore. Ringgold is right next door as well, so both of these Georgia cities give you easy access to history if that's something that you love. Now, the trade-off with Fort Oglethorpe is it's gotten busier. There's more traffic and more commercial development. It doesn't have the same small town, downtown feel as Ringgold does, but if affordability, healthcare access, and everyday convenience are your priorities, Fort Oglethorpe is going to deliver some real value. So there you have it. 4 cities around Chattanooga, 2 in Tennessee and 2 in Georgia, each offering very different versions of daily life. Harrison is going to give you water, convenience, and balance. Soddy Daisy, you're going to get space for that outdoor first lifestyle. Ringgold, you're going to get that charm and that community, and let's face it, a really cool story about Dolly getting married there. And Fort Oglethorpe is going to give you affordability and access to just everything that you're going to need. If you're still undecided right now, that's totally understandable. There are numbers to crunch, pictures of life to play out in your head before making the move. The answer to which city is best for you isn't going to be found in some top 10 list on someone's YouTube channel. You'll find the answers by talking with people like me, visiting, sharing in the day-to-day activities for a weekend. So let's find out which one of these fits your routine, your budget, and how you want your everyday life to feel like. If you're thinking about relocating to the Chattanooga area, whether that's Tennessee or Georgia, I would be more than happy to help you work through that decision. You can go ahead and download my free relocation guide using the link right below. It's going to cover some things about healthcare, schools, neighborhoods, food, and the local culture, all the kind of details that actually matter once you live here. And if you're ready to talk through your move, my contact information is going to be right here on the screen in front of you, and I would love to talk with you about how to live your best life right here in Chattanooga and Cleveland, Tennessee.